The first top signal was experts saying the top's in, but we all know experts are like politicians. They don't know anything. The second top signal is pseudo-celebrities rugging their fans. Not that she's a celebrity. I don't even really know what the hell she is.
Bitcoin, crypto, morning tea. Hey. Good morning, everybody. My name's Matty B. That is Scaramucci's. This is your morning tea. A brief glimpse into the crypto markets where the sun's shining, where the wind's blowing. All the humble opinion of this piano. Zamboni. Canada. Nothing works in Canada anymore. Bring in the data. The FOMO index has dropped down to 74 from yesterday, 78. Bitcoin dominance, 55.3%. 24-hour volumes, 271 billion. The overall market cap, 3.53 trillion. Sing it with me now. Give or take 100 million. C sharp major 7th deceptive chord. Duke's chord. Yeah, so the second top signal is celebrities rugging their fans. Now, let me get one thing straight here. I don't think the top's in. For the two reasons that I said that are top signals. One, experts saying, what do experts know? They don't know anything. If you've ever listened to experts, you were probably given the wrong advice. So you can't really listen to experts anymore. That's a fact. The second is when you see celebrities. So I would like to make an indicator, like a celebridicator or something like that, where it shows celebrities getting into the bull market, because that is one of the most apparent signs of getting top E is when celebrities start, all of a sudden they're hawking coins and whatnot, and they're doing commercials. The last bull run, that's what we saw. We saw the Matt Damons and the Tom Bradys, and it was the SBX Sam Bankman-Fried BS. So he's really behind most of that garbage. But I was the only reason why I there's about 18% of my brain that says, that the real top signal is how many people are saying it's not the top. So to me, that's more of a top signal than anything. So I don't give much credence to, there's not a lot of celebrities now. So even though the Tuah girl, is she a celeb? No, she's not a celeb. I don't know what she would be. It's a new tier of celebrity, right? So you have the A-listers, the B-listers, the C-listers, and then you have off-Broadway dinner theater, and then you have TikTok celebrity psyop plants. People like that to me are psyops. Monday you don't know who the hell she is, and Friday she has the 4th biggest podcast. Come on. Yeah, internet famous. That's a very good word for it, Carl Elder. So it always gets my psyop spidey senses tingling. So when I see that happen, I thought the same about the Tate brothers. Monday, you don't know who they are. Friday, they're everywhere, and they're just like a staple in your social influentiatic diet. I also thought about that with Joe Rogan. However, him becoming as big as he wasn't overnight. It wasn't like Monday we didn't know who Joe Rogan was. Friday, I was actually listening to Joe Rogan long time ago. Back in the 300s and the 200s when it was shitty production and whatnot. So but at the same time, he's so big now. He's the biggest journalist humanity's ever witnessed. There's no one bigger than Joe Rogan. And there's no one that's ever been bigger than Joe Rogan. And it'll be interesting to see if anyone ever gets bigger than Joe Rogan. Because when you do the math, you just watch his podcast. it's incredible. I think between him and sometimes Alex Jones will come up on my X feed and I'll look and I go, oh my God, there's 1.8 million people watching it live. That's crazy. So yeah, the only real reason is when everyone, including me, is saying the top's not in. That's a top signal when everyone's saying that, because that's what the market does. It rugs as many people as possible, right? Like, remember at 69K in 2021, it was like not everyone, 100K. We're going to 100K minimum, 100K. And the interesting thing about last bull market is that if you were to have got out at 69K, let's just say, and then it went down, I think it was 55%, something crazy like that. Had you stayed out of the market, you would have still been good. Because, yeah, we pumped to that second little, I don't know, did we get higher than 69K? I can't remember. That's a funny thing about the market. We can't remember, what have you done for me lately, Janet Jackson? That's me looking at a watch that I don't have. So the interesting thing is, it's another checked box for hodling and DCAing. If you got out, you're lucky enough to got out, but you would have felt the pain going back up to 69K, and a lot of people at that point might have got in at 69K again. I don't know. I rode the thing down. Most people rode the thing down. Most influencers rode it down. Now I'm sure we all know a couple who would said that 69. What was his name? Who was the guy? Dickie Hart. He called the top apparently, right? And so there's always one or two that called the top, and they're the geniuses, right? Calling tops and calling bottoms does not a good investor make. In fact, you've kind of lost the point of it if that's what you're hoping for, because it's time in the market. Obviously, we all know that. So yeah. Nicole Ministator Mafia, aka Queen of Memes. Nice tight little title. Is it snowy there yet? Yeah, it is. I'll take a picture and I'll put it in the Discord today, because it's like a winter wonderland here. It's murder on the streets, because for some reason Winnipeggers and Canadians and Winnipeggers in general, we've been driving on the worst streets. Even in the summer, the streets are filled with potholes and blah, blah. It's like a third world country here, really. In the winter, it seems like everyone forgets how to drive on snow, even though we've spent our whole goddamn lives driving on snow. So there's accidents everywhere. And I think people do the snow tire gamble. Yes, up here, we have to have snow tires. And now they're not like studded chain tires, although some are in certain aspects of farther north. But they're just like, they have different grooves. And I can't believe the difference snow tires make. So for instance, if my car didn't have snow tires, I don't even know if I could get out of my driveway sometimes. So, but with snow tires, I kind of feel like I have a dune buggy that can just go through anything. Like if I come to a stop and just slowly give her some gas, it'll get over most things. See, I just jinxed myself. Wick. Knock on wood that I don't get stuck today, because I have two gigs, back-to-back gigs. Oh yeah. So that being said, we'll be doing a subscriber appreciation show at around 5:00. We're going to go live at 5 from the Jimmy, but we have another gig at like 1. We'll be playing all afternoon, which is nice. Kind of breaks, right? It's a throwback to my old life as a working, hustling musician, where you had breaks, where you do a set and took a break. Now, we don't take breaks at the Jimmy, because it would kill the night. People would leave. It would be perfect. Like a lot of people, if it was an hour and we took a break, they'd be like, yeah, that was good. I heard some Billy Joel, I heard some Elton John, and of course, Great Balls of Fire. Let's get the hell out of here. So we just keep playing. And so it'll be nice to have a couple breaks. And but then it's a double banger. I got to knock on wood again on the old Volks because I'm not sure I've completely recovered from last weekend. Carl Elder, conspiracy theorists are now called conspiracy factualists. Yeah, it's funny because I was just thinking about that, Carl, how I've been called a conspiracy theorist for well over a decade. So you can't be self-employed, out of the system, and not become a conspiracy theorist because you have no guardrails to keep your intellectual headlights on the highway, if that makes any sense. You can think about whatever you want, and you can say whatever you want because there's no corporate HR going, pianomattyb, we'd appreciate it if you instead of saying this, and maybe you could say this, and then go ahead and wear a Hawaiian shirt on Friday because it's a relaxing Friday. We'd like you to see how relaxed you are. Maybe you don't have to do that, so your mind wanders. And plus, when I was trading currency, what was it 2011, 12? It's funny. So now that I think about it, casual Friday, sneaky Pete. Yeah, go ahead and wear a Hawaiian shirt if you want. I was very deep into geopolitics, economics, central banking, etc. You have to if you're trading currency. And as an active trader, 5-minute charts, scalping the opens and closes, that's all I was doing. You have to know everything about everything, what's going on. You learn uncommon knowledge. But here's the weird part. In those years, as deep as I was, I did not hear about Bitcoin. Maybe I don't remember hearing about it. I don't remember seeing it. I don't remember it coming up in group forums. You see all these currency traders, we'd belong to forums and we'd all kind of shoot our trading setups and people would poke holes in it and whatnot. But no one was discussing Bitcoin. It's so unfortunate because that could have been like the crazy fork in the road. There's another crazy fork in the road that would have been perfect for my simulation. And it goes like this. We had a poker company called S&M Custom Poker Tables. My buddy Scotty J, who was the lead villain in Wrong Turn, from which I wrote the theme song, from which is the only song that's ever made me money. Well, close it up there. But it was very successful for a couple of young guys. We were in our late 20s, and we had no guidance really, even though his dad was a financial advisor, and my dad at the time was buying retail like crazy, or real estate like crazy. Neither of them said, you guys should maybe think about purchasing a house or maybe a rental. Anyway, bygones. So we blew all the money, but it would have been hilarious if in there someone would have approached us. It was around the time I was trading currency. It was before. It was like, so 2010, 2009, this is when we were hitting it hard with the poker business. And if anyone would have said, hey, you guys want to buy some Bitcoins? We would have, for sure, because we were like making it rain. We were in Vegas for 2 weeks of every month, just like there was no cap on how much we would blow through. And so if someone said, hey, you want to buy some Bitcoins, one of those weird things that happen maybe to some people, we would have said, how many? And if they said 1,000, we would have said, okay, we'll take 10,000. It would have been a hilarious caveat to our simulation. However, it didn't happen. The closest that ever came was when we both started bartending after. When a business collapses and you realize, holy shit, we have zero money left over, you end up bartending again. Build that capital, y'all. You know what I mean? And one of those nerds came in and said, can I put a Bitcoin ATM in your bar? The bar was called Alive in the District. It was run by a bunch of chiropractors and dentists. You know how it works. That's not how it works in Winnipeg. The nerds become wealthy and they become bar owners, and then they think they're cool, and they're never cool because they were always nerds. That's why they went into the businesses they were. Anyway, a whole other story. And one of the owners, who was a mega nerd, Not nerd in a good way, like, oh, Bitcoin, that's great. Nerd in a, how do I get people to like me? I can't get people to like me enough. How come they don't? Well, because you're not likable. That was the long and short of it. Most people that can't get people to like them, they're not likable. End of story. And he said no. And the guy sweetened the pot. He's like, well, I'll give, everyone here can have 5 Bitcoins. And this was when I would say Bitcoin was in its 20s. Was it 2010, 2011? I can't remember. It was enough that he didn't care. He probably had 10,000 Bitcoin. I wonder where he is now. Maybe he sold it, right? Because the true hero's journey is not selling when you 10x and then you 100x and you still don't sell. Then you 1,000x and you still don't sell. That's the hero's journey. Anyway, that owner said no. And no one got 5 Bitcoin. Now, again, the hero's journey would have been, would those bartenders, including myself, held through, so let's say we got it for free, but let's say we went, oh my God, the 5 Bitcoins now worth $5,000. We'd all have sold. We'd all have sold. And then if we didn't, let's say we forgot where it was, we lost it, and then we found it again, and it was now at worth 20,000. We all have sold because it was free. There was no skin in the game. This is why I always say, like to my niece and nephews, who I've been trying to orange pill for 4 years, and I've more or less orange pilled their parents. But when it comes to them starting to invest in Bitcoin, it's not their money yet, and so without skin in the game, it's really hard to go down the rabbit hole and really get orange pilled because it's not real, right? You have to, until you have skin in the game, you don't really know what the game is. It's just it's like, I joke when I'm playing piano, it's like, oh, you want a free spin at the free spin machine, right? That's basically what is getting free Bitcoin, whether it's from your uncle or your parents or whatever. It's just getting a free spin at the free spin machine. You really have to invest to understand the big picture. Obviously, we all know that. So another day, another solid wick underneath our line of our this is our old channel of Eternal Monotony's resistance, now acting as pretty decent support twice. I mean, we threw wicks underneath, right? We just threw a wick under there. Is there any changes underneath that pocket? Also, like, I think of wicks as the dad's arm in the back seat when the kids are making noise, like, guy better shut up back there, and the arms like a window wiper, and you're on this side, and your sister or siblings on the other side. That's what wicks are. They're inconsequential. We're still going to move. Doesn't matter where the wick goes. Even if it hits you, we're still going to move probably to the other direction. But if you see here, this is the 4-hour chart. This is a noisy little so-and-so, so I don't really care what goes on, but it's a good daily indicator of strength. To me, the 4-hour chart's like an indicator, but it's not as lagging as, the MACD or the RSI. And so you can see for the past, day, I suppose, we've had planted nothing but green candles. We're finally trying to get above all 3 moving averages. This is what I like, actually. When I see on the 4-hour chart only, on the 4-hour chart, morning Randy Hipper, morning Black Hat Team, XRP A11Y. When the 20 moving average crosses bearish, some people say, why is the 50 crossing bullish? Right? It's like chocolate and peanut butter and the Reese's Pieces. Is it Reese's Pieces? No. What is it when, hey, you got my peanut butter and my chocolate. Oh, you got your chocolate and my peanut butter. What is that candy bar? Anyway, that's what it's like. But when I see the 20 moving average cross bearish under the 50, I believe that this is the turning point and where we end up actually making another run up, even though it looks temporarily, bearish. We will come up against our triangle of neutrality, which is right at the 50 moving average at 99.4. So 99.4, a little music by here. There we go. It's very slight. Can hear it. 99.4 will be the next headwind because it will also be in the crux. Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. That's right. Why am I saying Reese's Pieces? Is Reese's Pieces a offshoot of Reese's Peanut Butter Cups? Kenny Cornell. It's Reese's Cup. The commercial was a Hershey bar and a jar of peanut butter. Yeah. And the 2 people were walking. In the 80s, it was very common to be walking with a jar of chocolate. And it was also just as common in the 80s to be walking with a jar of peanut butter. So when the guy with the jar of peanut butter and the guy with the jar of chocolate, very, very common in the 80s, were to smash into each other. That is, necessity is always the mother of all invention, right? And then next thing you know, Reese's Pieces are M&M ripoffs. Thank you, E-Money. Gotcha. Anyway, back to the charts here. We will reach the crux of the right in the center of it, which is also the 50 moving average. So we got headwind. If we can get back up there, we will the next move is the 23.6% because unless we close a candle above here, which is 101.2, we will be subject to further bearish momentum. And pretty soon I'm going to have to be making a channel of descension. I don't want to, but oh hell, I'm gonna do it. This is that's our old triangle of neutrality. We'll keep it there for posterity. Sneaky Pete, why do I always screw that? Is it posterity? Let's see. Let's go right here. Yeah, I do these arbitrarily, right? There's no real science. I just eyeball it, so to speak. But we'll put that as a channel of descension. So if we get some headwinds up at the 50 moving average, 99.4, also 100K psychological level, I would expect another retest of first our channel of eternal monotony's resistance now acting as support. We break it, we would probably come down to our channel of descension support, which is right at these two wicks. That which once wicked will get candlesticked at about 94.5. Now, take a look at the daily here. This is what some legacy analysts would call a hammer candle. And it's basically going to hammer the price up. And we have seen that. Basically, what that entails is that the bears bring the price down, the bulls fight all the way back up, and it has more pressure when it opens because the bulls are back on the field and the bears are in their defensive state. Now, the next level to keep your papers on will be 101.2 closing above that. Likes are way too low. Hit the likes, Carl Elder says. Let me take a look at this, do an inventory. 63 likes. Yeah, that is, it's basically half. I get it. Like, here's the thing, Carl. I've been gabbing about, everything not TA. So I get people don't find value in my stories about nothing. I get it. Sometimes I don't find value in my. Oh, you know what? This is what happened. I didn't put on Duke. Duke Little going. Have you smashed the likes yet for my data? Yeah, that's the big kicker here. And you can see really when we go down back into, this is November 24th, end of November, we've just been basically mincing words in the chop suey consolidatrix channel here, doing nothing, kind of going up, kind of going down. But this is the consolidation pattern of this psychological level. There's Michael Saylor. Psychological level of 100K. It's a tough one because we have the psychological sell wall. Everyone that made promises to themselves and their husband or wife, it gets the 100K, honey. We're out, right? So we see that we'll exhaust that. So this is how the market works. Slowly, it exhausts certain sides of it. So the sell will be exhausted, and then we have the people FOMOing in at 100K, the retail. I was thinking today, Wick's wife, we like pianomattyb stories about nothing, though. Thank you, Wick's wife. Hey, buddy, what's up? How you doing? I just wanted to make one more thing here before Duke sings us out, is that I was chuckling to myself as I sat at my dining room table by myself, drinking coffee like Kermit the Frog, looking out the window. It's funny how we will say retail. We blame everything on retail. So the market doesn't move. Oh, retail isn't here. Oh, we're not, retail's nowhere to be found, these dumb noobs. How come they're not aping in? And then the market crashes and everyone's like, oh, it's the weak lettuce-handed retail selling because they're so scared, right? So the poor retail noobs can't win. They're blamed for everything. Carl Elder, I come for the conspiracy theorists, stay for the TA. Well, Duke, it is Wednesday. Your dad's got 2 back-to-back piano gigs today while you're at school. What would you like to sing for the folks today? Let me turn the piano on, you little dickens. Is this your version of American Boy?
No.
Why don't you do it? I like it. It's kind of interesting because I don't know it. Not instrumental though. Everybody wants to hear your sweet little voice.
We got everyone victory royale. Yeah, for now you about to get down. Get down, think of the board right now. Tomato town. Can you turn off the piano?
Turn it off?
Yeah, I can't hear my voice. We got everyone victory royale.
I can't hear your voice now.
My friend just got down. I've left and I hate the spoon. Now we're in the marks. The map of the marks. Take me to your Xbox to play Fortnite today. Cause you can take my Samoyer, but not loot way. I'd really love to judge it with you. We can be pro Fortnite gamers, he said. Hey broski, you got some music to boy? I need healing and I am only at 1 HP. Need you sorry, everything on the safari. I checked the essence of the earth, but not the underneath yet. There's just as a stand there. The storm is coming fast and you need years to prepare. I've got V-Bucks that I'll spend more than you can contend. I'm a Koopo Fortnite gamer. Koopo Fortnite. Take me to the... Can we get a win this weekend? Take me to the lake. Let's change the game mode and we can disco dominate. Top of MATK. Take me to the zone. I'm running kinda low on mats. I need to break some stone. Dressed in all his fancy clothes. He's got Roland MP grader and he's probably a pro. He shot my back. I turn back and I attack. I just got a victory royale. A victory royale.
Interesting. The most interesting part about that is you asking for the piano to turn off. I'm not sure. Is there sweet reverb? There isn't. You missed it.
No.
Okay. And second all, I usually tell Kyle at the piano bar, it's like, the song's a little long, I think. If we need to cut some things off. So maybe we should cut a little bit off that song. I felt like it was a little long. What do you think? Do you think that was long or no?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure. You don't really care, eh? What data says. He's full of hot air. Anyway, one more song to... there's still no reverb. Check. Oh, you must have done something here, buddy.
No, but
Oh, we're not on the live stream thing. I got you. Anyway, let's do... whoa! I was wondering if that would come. Let's do Smart Cookie as we salute everyone on this Wednesday. I'm putting on the piano. Now, hold on. I'm just going to say you have lazy chords. You're only doing 2. You're not doing the major. You got to make... There we go.